You actually talked about that in next episode.
Let me start that just section.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do that. So Yay, you're here. Welcome to How to Be a Grown-Up with CK and GK. Let's get started.
Vroom, 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 vroom. Tuesday.
What?
It's a car episode.
Oh, okay.
I'm a car.
Okay, you're a car?
Yeah. I'm a fast car. Vroom, vroom.
Are you channeling our previous episode that I ended with that really uncomfortable? Never mind.
I mean, that's what actually spurred this idea.
Oh,
so,
okay, great.
Not really, but.
Let me have
Anyhow, go back to 137 and just put it on like minute 45. You'll be fine.
Yeah, last 5 minutes. Got this.
Yep.
Okay. Welcome to How to Be a Grown-Up. This is the show that helps adults be real life grown-ups for real life. We're so glad you're here. Jenny got a new car recently and has realized that there were quite a few things that she just like had in the car that now she doesn't have in the new car.
I don't have in the new car.
So she and I thought it would be a great idea to brainstorm a list of things that you should keep in your car because everybody uses their car as like a second home, right? Or a garbage dump. Some people do that.
Well, and here's the thing. I had the same car for a lot of years.
Yes.
And then got a new one. And the way that I got rid of the old one was not like a nice little transition sale thing. It was like hey, this car just got totaled and you have to go clean it out in a hurry before we take it to the junkyard.
Yeah, that's hard.
So I didn't really like go through all the stuff that was in there. And now I'm starting to realize like there's a lot of stuff that I don't have. But before we get to that, I need to introduce my co-host, Caitlin, the rearview mirror, because I just can't take my eyes off her.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's
Or Jenny. Caitlin, the rearview mirror, because I always need to keep an eye on her.
Oh, I like that one more, but it's probably the first one. I really am afraid of being in trouble. So it's probably more over. Okay. That's Jenny, my resilient, towering redwood. I know these are. Yes. I'm getting some good ones. I'm coming up with some.
That is good.
Mm-hmm.
That is really good.
Yeah.
Can I be that redwood that's big enough that you drive a car through it?
Yeah. Have you been to the? Okay. Have you gone to the redwoods before and seen them?
I never have.
Oh, you have to go. You've got to go see them. They're amazing. I think just at like Christmas time, some photographer went and took pictures of it while it was snowing there, and the pictures are amazing. I'll find them and I'll send them to you. They're absolutely gorgeous. Okay.
That's amazing.
Should we get into it?
So things that we have in your car.
Yes.
I have broken it down into 3 categories.
Ooh, I love some categories.
Convenience. I do like categories. I like a table.
Yeah.
I'm a data person.
Yeah. I'm big into tables, spreadsheets. Yeah.
So convenience.
Huh?
Safety.
Oh.
And sanity.
I like this. Okay.
Okay.
I like, know what this makes me think of is like when we were talking about digital decluttering and when you just like made categories for yourself and then just drop like according. Right. Yes. Oh,
whatever makes sense to you.
Yes. Okay. Oh, so good. Okay.
Here is the thing. There are some things that people are always keeping in their car.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not spending a lot of time saying those things.
No.
But there are some things on here that everyone always has in their car. And yet I realized I didn't. Because I hadn't had time to accumulate them.
Oh.
The first of that being paper napkins.
Why paper napkins?
Okay, so here's the thing. I had that cute little thing of tissues.
Uh-huh.
And tissues are great. They're soft and they feel so good.
My nose is always running. I always need a tissue. Yeah.
But here's the thing with the tissue. It does not handle the lake from tipping your water bottle over. It does not handle the sticky that's on the seat. It just sticks to it. So I am a paper napkin person because I just get them when I go through and get a coffee or go through a drive-thru, whatever.
Yeah, and then you can just have them.
Oh, so rather than throwing them away, I always stick them in the center console. Well, I didn't have any. And guess what? We spilled a water bottle and there was nothing we could do with it.
Oh.
Now, if you happen to care more about the planet, you can use microfiber cloths. But again, you have to put them in your car before you need them.
Right. And who's doing that?
Right.
Not
so
I.
Just be thinking about that. Now,
Okay.
in the same vein, baby wipes are a great addition, but they are no substitute for something absorbent.
This is true.
Okay? Tissues are not going to clean up a mess. They will help you wipe your nose. They are soft and squishy and lovely, but they are not going to help absorb anything. They just turn into that wet tissue mush.
Oh, sick. My son dropped a tissue into the sink the other day because he was eating at the coffee table and there's tissues and he was using a tissue as a napkin. So when he put his dishes in the sink, I was like, why is there wet tissue in my
Yeah,
sink?
this is so gross.
Oh,
This
so
is-
nasty.
This is grody.
Okay.
Okay,
Ugh.
the next one.
Okay.
Paper insurance card.
Yes. Agree.
Okay, so we don't need a paper insurance card.
No.
If you happen to live in the state of Texas, your local law enforcement agency can look up your insurance without even coming to your car first.
Right. They just,
By the time they've pulled you over and
yeah,
walked
they
over and
already
asked you for your
know.
license,
Yeah.
they already know if you have insurance or not.
And if not, they can scan that thing on the front of your car too. and
They can
get
find it. Yeah. But here's the deal. When you are in this little fender bender and you're on your way home from work, or in my case, you're on your way to work in my brand new car, the last thing you want to do is be digging through your e-wallet or even worse, logging into your insurance company's website, trying to pull down your proof of insurance. Just print off the paper one. Even if it's expired, at least it's a good start.
Yeah.
Put the
Yeah.
paper card in it.
Agree.
Okay, umbrella.
Yes.
I also
always.
realized I knew that after it started raining.
Ugh.
Now,
Yes.
it has not gotten cold enough here, but I'm putting an ice scraper in my car too.
I cannot function without one of those in my car because I grew up driving in Colorado and and the one I had even had a mitten attached to it. So I'd hold the little stick and
that's
there's
amazing.
a mitten around. I know, it's amazing. It was one of those really great stocking stuffers. My mom is so good at those. She got it from Eddie Bauer. I'm sure they still exist.
Okay, so speaking of mitten, it's called a glove box for a reason.
Oh,
Put 2 pairs of gloves in there.
why two?
Okay? 2. One is a warmth inducing glove.
Oh, okay.
The normal gloves that you wear when it's cold outside. Because I'm telling you, especially if you live in a state like Texas, where it's not cold that often, you're going to want those gloves. And you're going to say to yourself, man, I wish I had a pair of gloves in my car in the glove box. Now you do. You're welcome. The other
Okay.
one is a pair of latex gloves.
Oh.
Because gross, something is going to happen and you're not going to want to touch it.
Do you
So
remember
here's the thing.
putting
Your
using latex?
future cold and grossed out selves will thank you for putting 2 pairs of gloves in the glove box.
Do you remember I had latex gloves at the early stages of the pandemic when I needed to get gas. I would use
Yes.
latex gloves. And then because you and I have been screened in universal, like health care, whatever that is called, universal, what is that called? Precautions.
Universal precaution.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know exactly.
I yelled at a
I just
teacher.
Yeah. I know exactly how
And
to
I
take
yelled
them
at
off.
her in the moment, and I didn't yell. I was just very forceful in my language. There was a child who was injured and bleeding, and this teacher was doing the right thing by coming to his aid, but she was touching him, and I was like, no, you need to put on gloves.
Yeah.
And she
no.
came to me later and she was like, I just want to apologize. I was like, oh, no. I'm so sorry that I came off that way. I was telling you that you need to protect you.
Yourself.
I this was not about the kid. This was about me saying, as your boss, I do not want you to be exposed to something when you can prevent yourself. Here's a pair of gloves, put them on. This kid is going to be fine.
Right. Yeah. No,
Because he was not bleeding out. He was
Yeah.
just covered in blood.
Ooh, head injury.
But it was too
Head
funny
injury.
that she came to find me later. She was like, I hope you're not mad. I was like, oh, no, I'm sorry. I was telling you, like, go take care of yourself. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you're
But
not in trouble.
That's smart to put both
Yeah.
of those in your. Okay, I got it.
2 pairs of gloves.
Yep,
Okay.
you're getting me.
Here's another thing for convenience. Be bougie. Get a second car charger. Okay?
So,
I have a phone cord for me, but I also have a teenage daughter.
mhm.
So we have 2 phone chargers, and it feels really nice.
That is nice. And you need so my car's old. My car is from 2012. So I don't have like a charging port in my car. I have to like connect.
2012. I've totaled 2 cars since 2012.
I know. This is only my second car. Well, I mean, my first car was a 1975 MGB. One of those beautiful little British convertibles. It was so cute. The most impractical thing on the planet for Colorado. Okay. So no.
Right.
And then I had a Mazda Protege, which I loved, but I drove that thing for years. Like I got married in that car and I got that car in high school. So like it just was really nice to not have a car payment. And now I don't
Right.
have a car payment, so I don't want to get a new car, but it's time for a new car. Anyway, the point is I would need to get one of those ports that has
Splitters.
2 chargers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're also telling me then that the chargers that I have for the old BlackBerry that are still in my car most likely probably need to go. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you could purchase those.
Okay. Responsibly, of course.
I'm a coffee drinker, and I realized once I got to school one day that I had multiple cups of coffee on the way to school and
Were you
had
stinky?
dragon breath.
Oh, yeah. Dragon
No
breath
mints,
for
no
sure.
gum.
Oh, put mints and gum in your car. Oh, definitely
Right.
do that. And I would recommend something that's like in a tin or something so it doesn't really melt.
Get all
Like
gross
those
and
dry
nasty.
mints. You need something like
Yes.
that. Otherwise they get gross. Okay. All right.
Okay.
What about like other like I am this lighting is amazing because I have my sunroof. I can
Mhm.
now see this chin hair person. So I have car tweezers. Do you have car tweezers?
That's amazing.
Get car tweezers.
I do not have the car tweezers, but I have a multi-tool that has tweezers on it. So does that
Okay.
count?
Okay. I think that should count. But I
Yes.
also I have car tweezers. I have car
My
chapstick.
husband always has nail clippers in his car.
Yes. Car chapstick. Car nail
Oh, yeah.
clippers. And this is me, again, vanity. I have like a car lip stain kind of thing that it's not
Oh,
a
yeah.
melty.
Just
It's
for
already
a little perk up.
just for like when I'm looking a little dead before I go to
Yes.
and I'll
That would
put
be
it on my
convenient.
lips and then I'll put it on my cheeks and just rub it all. Yeah.
Who
there you
knows?
go.
Depending on who you're talking to, it might be safety.
So just put those in there too. But I was thinking about this. I literally bought a bag like just the other day thinking I need to corral these things because they're all
Right.
over the place in my car and I can't stand it. So I need to just put them all into one place. So I have
My
this
dad
cute
was
little
always
bag.
really organized. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, but
Okay.
his still is. He's not gone.
Yeah.
His car is very organized, and he has like special containers that fit in different hidey holes of his cars so that you don't see them.
Yes. Also,
Like
I
he
just
has
thought of
measured the space between the floor and
Oh,
the bottom
see,
of
now
the seat
that's
so he can like
extra.
fit a Tupperware in. Yeah,
No.
of course he is.
no, that's extra. Okay.
Apple tree.
I also, for convenience, when I was changing a kiddo at diapers, I also had diapers in my
Yes.
car. Regular diaper, just always in the car. I had a little potty that was in the back, like in the trunk that I could put there too. And I had a thing of wipes and a changing mat.
And
I
a change of clothes. I always carried it.
And
too.
I always had that in the car. Even if it was like in my diaper bag too, I just had a set in the car, and then I could usually that's how I would pick him up. I would change him before I picked him up from like I'd grab him, change him in the car, and then we would get in the car and go home. That way I also knew I wasn't going to be stinky in the car on the way home. But I just thought about something else for convenience too, and now I can't think of it. We'll come back to this.
We'll come back to it.
Mhm.
Okay. Next grouping is safety.
Mhm.
Now, first aid kit, question mark? Like those first aid kits that you buy for your car, like most of the stuff in there you're never going to use.
Yeah.
So maybe make the first aid kit yourself. You need some Band-Aids. You need some alcohol wipes. You need some kind of cream for itching or that one that starts with an N and helps with pain and bacteria.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
It starts with an N and ends with in.
Yes.
Yes.
And then a couple of those pink allergy pills that you take when you might be allergic to something. Like you can throw those in a bag.
And gloves.
And with the gloves.
Yep.
Exactly. There you go. I have never used an entire first aid kit. And some of the things that they put in there, it's cute, right? Like, oh, they put a little blanket in there that's made out of tinfoil.
But
in
for when you're
case
stranded
I
in the
have
woods.
shock.
Right.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No. I don't need all that stuff.
Mm.
Okay. You need that escape tool. You know the one I'm talking about? It cuts through a seat
Ooh,
belt.
yeah.
It has like a little hammer that you can break the glass. Like
Yep.
that's something that you buy at one time.
And you put it in every car you have from then on.
Yeah, you
Yep.
just move it from car to car. And if you're lucky, you never use it.
Yep.
And then everything that you need to change a tire. Okay.
These nails don't change tires. I'm
Well,
just gonna
here's
tell
the
you
thing. My car came with a spare tire,
Mhm.
a jack.
Mhm.
I added a pressure gauge.
Ooh.
It came with a tire iron. It did not come with a knee pad, something that I can kneel on. And it did not come with the number one thing I need to change a tire, which is a AAA card.
USAA, because I'm not doing it myself. These nails do not change tires. Just going to say that now.
I have a rule about changing a tire. I will do it if I am alone and it is daylight.
Mm-hmm.
But if I have a kid in the car,
no,
or it is dark, I'm calling AAA.
Mm-hmm.
I do not want to. I have seen A Christmas Story enough times to know that I don't need a kid helping me.
Nope. I just watched that scene just the other day.
Yeah. And I just, no. So AAA card is the number one thing I need to change a car.
Yeah.
Okay. Gloves.
Yes. We already talked about this.
See above.
Yes.
Okay. Now, when I was growing up, I told you, my dad is super organized.
Yes.
Okay. He like hand launders his free t-shirts that he got 25 years ago, but he can still wear them because they're in such great care. He sorts his firewood by variety of tree.
Oh,
so you can like
him.
Decide when you're having
got ADHD
fire
so
on
bad.
the back patio. Oh,
He's got categories for his categories.
Oh, he can lose time like no one.
Yeah.
This will take me 45 minutes. 2.5 days later, he emerges from the garage.
No. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, but here's the thing. When we lived in Michigan, our car had a candle in a coffee can. And this is back when coffee cans were metal.
Folgers can.
And they had a little plastic lid on top. Mm-hmm. Okay. It made sense for the time.
Yeah.
Because you can use it as a heat source. Mm-hmm. You can use it as a light source. You can melt snow with it and make water. Mm-hmm. I don't need a candle in a coffee can. But what I do have and can get me a long way, we talked about earlier, is a multi-tool and a set of matches.
Oh, okay.
So the multi-tool I have has like pull-out tweezers, pull-out toothpick. It's got a corkscrew on it. It's got all the things that you would need in a pinch. And it just hangs out in the car. And a box of matches will get you almost as far as a candle in a coffee can.
Okay, I'm just thinking, this is me and my intrusive thoughts coming in. What if I'm in a car accident and there's like fuel leakage and I have matches? Like, am I just doing something stupid? Oh, okay.
No, because your car has an internal combustion engine, unless it's electric, which at that point you wouldn't have a fuel leakage anyway. That like your spark plugs, their job is to create sparks.
Oh, okay.
So you're good. Okay. You're good. Yeah. And actually, you can even put the matches inside a tin.
There we go.
So that they don't get wet and they are protected.
Okay. Thank you. I just, again, intrusive thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, the multi-tool I have has like a little slide out that you put the matches in and you decide if I can.
Oh, smart.
Yeah. No,
I want this multi-tool.
Yeah. It's from REI or something. It's like a camping one.
Okay, great.
Okay. So speaking of camping, a flashlight. Now, we all know you have a flashlight on your phone. That's fine. But like, here's the thing. Even better than a flashlight is a headlamp. Because if you are in a place where you're having to look for things, like you might actually be digging through your car trying to find your tire gauge or whatever, it's nice to have free hands. Headlamp. And we have a set of headlamps that charge with USB. I've plugged them in maybe twice in my entire life. They hold a charge forever. Okay. And you're only using them for, a couple of seconds at a time. Now, when I had a water leak in the house a few weeks ago, I was wearing the headlamp while I used a steak knife to cut through the wall and try and find it.
Yes. I love that you had the headlamp, but not the other tools you needed to get into the wall.
No. I was not going to waste time trying to find a utility knife. I was like, I know that a serrated blade will cut right through drywall. So I grab a steak knife and I start cutting. John comes down the stairs. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm going to find this leak. I'm
rehearsing for the new scary movie that we're going to be filming in the house. It's called Mom Goes Crazy.
Wow. Yes. Right? I did not spend all that time as a certified mold assessment consultant to just let mold grow in my house.
That's true. Also, headlamps, moms, dads, parents of any type, headlamps are really helpful when you need to sneak into your kids' room in the middle of the night to cut their toenails and fingernails. Just saying. My mom used to do that all the time with my brother and my sisters. Funny. And you would just see when I shared it with my brother, you would just see this little headlamp come in and I'm like, oh, she's trimming fingernails. I knew it, but she swore by it. It was brilliant. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay. So for those fingers, little sanitizer.
Yes.
Okay? And not in a first aid kit where you have to dig it out.
No, easily accessible in a seat pocket or something right there. And I have one in the front.
I didn't have sanitizer. Luckily, I had some in my purse, but I needed some and it wasn't available.
No, I have some in the
These are all
front
things
of
I'm
my
noticing.
car and some in the back of my car. Sam has his own and I have
Right.
mine. Like, no, we are not. I'm not
Okay.
playing around.
Not sunscreen.
Oh, really?
Not even the sunscreen in the tube, in like the chapstick tube.
Oh, I
not
love
even
that.
But it degrades in heat. So if you buy it and you put it in your car, it's worse than not having sunscreen because you think you have it on.
Oh, that's the worst kind of sunscreen. The kind of
Right.
sunscreen that you think is on and
you cannot
actually
store
isn't.
sunscreen in your car.
Okay, so what about a sun shade? I feel like that's something we haven't talked about yet because it gets so hot here that like I would think it's interesting that this is coming to my mind now with safety, but like when you touch that steering wheel in Texas,
it'll burn you.
it's like, oh my gosh, there's projections
There's fireworks.
There's
going
fireworks happening
off.
behind me because of the camera. Yeah. If you have a Mac, you probably know what I'm talking about, where you've randomly made like a thumbs up happen and it'll just pop up on your screen. Anyway, I'm just thinking like the steering wheel has like burned my hands. Like it's been where I'm like only driving, touching the bottom of the steering wheel because it hurts to touch it. So if I have a sunshade, I would think that. Anyway,
Well, my new
convenience and
car
safety.
is yet another Subi.
Yes, of course.
And of course, like I'm going to drive them till I die.
Yeah.
Because also I've been in 2 total loss accidents and walked away from both of them.
Right. No, that's
So
part
why
of
would
why
I
I'm
not?
sold on the next one because I know you haven't died in those other 2 accidents.
Yes.
So it's like a Volvo.
And this last one was real bad. Like we got pushed up on the median.
Yeah, that was bad.
And it wasn't my fault, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, but this car, because it is a Subaru, has a heated steering wheel.
Yes. Oh,
And
I want a new car
I
so bad.
just so wish that it was a cooled one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that would be
but
really
like,
nice.
The Texas Subaru crowd is never going to be louder than the Colorado Subaru crowd.
Nope.
So they're not going to air condition the steering wheel, but it would be
really
nice.
nice. Oh, I did
Do
discover.
you hear my dog?
What?
Do you hear my
your
dog?
Yeah, your dog. I can
Yeah,
hear.
she's real upset. My kids are outside playing and she's not invited.
Mm.
There's no fixing that.
No, there's life. This is life, people.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll edit out what I can, but sorry guys if you just have a dog in my
Yeah. All right. If you have a dog, you understand. So whatever. What about so we got the shade. That's fine. So not sunscreen. What else would you say needs to go under the safety piece?
Okay, don't take your manual out of the car. I know this sounds really dumb, but like I realized
Who's doing that?
That multiple people they take it out so they have more room in the glove box and they're like, I don't know
What?
where my manual is, but it's fine because I don't fix my own car. No, you need it. So leave that in there. But the other thing you want to add for the safety is jumper cables.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I have
now,
those.
I already hear it, but I don't know how to use it. I'm not going to jump my own car.
Someone knows how.
You are. Yes, you are. Because here's the thing. It is a lot easier to go into the local business and say, hey, my car is dead. I need a jump, and hold up the cables.
Yeah, someone will help you.
Someone will help you. The only way that they get to say no at this point is I don't know how to jump. Like,
Right.
If you have the cables, their car can help you. The other thing is you can be a healer.
I have done this.
You can give the cables to someone else who needs them.
I have done this. I have said, I do not know how to do it, but I have the cables and you can
I have the
borrow them.
cables.
Mhm.
And they'll say, yes, thank you. So there you
Yep.
go.
I have done that.
Also, you can learn to jump a car. It is a very easy thing to do as long as you remember that one of the black gator valves goes on unpainted metal.
Okay.
The rest of it you can handle. It's red to red, red to red, black to black, black to unpainted metal.
There needs
That's
to
your
be
ground.
some sort of mnemonic device to help me remember that.
We'll come up with one.
Okay, great.
But
Thanks.
I have jumped enough cars. Like, you can learn to do this, and I'm not mechanically minded. Anyway, moving on.
Okay.
Speaking of minded, let's talk about what I'm keeping in my car for my sanity.
Oh.
Number one, this sounds ridiculous, but a deck of cards.
Huh?
Yes, I keep a deck of playing cards, and that was actually one of the first things I put in my car. I was like, oh, don't forget about my car cards, right? Okay. I forget about sanitizer or mints or my insurance card, but dang, I got those.
But I got that
deck of
ace of
cards in
spades
there.
in there, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Here's the thing. Anytime you are at a place where there's some waiting, this is a family friendly, low key, no impact on the
call.
community game.
Good call. You're absolutely right.
So I actually made sure that John also has a deck of cards in his car, because
That's hysterical.
yes, like you're sitting at a restaurant waiting on food, or we like to go to breweries. We're sitting there having a beer, the kids are playing, we can play cards. But also it's nice to know that wherever you are, there's something that you can do with the kids that's not intrusive to others. I love
true.
Heads Up. It's a fun game. Play it on your phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it does get annoying to other people around you.
Yeah, absolutely.
No one's like, man, look at that family over there playing Go Fish. What's their problem? Like, no one does that.
No one says. Yeah, you're right. That's very true. Okay.
A couple of empty plastic grocery bags.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
for like wet dry bags and stuff?
Right.
Yeah.
You need a waterproof-ish place to put dirty or wet or nasty things. Yes, some cars like, oh, I have this really fancy trash can. That's amazing. That's great.
Did you line it first?
But you need to line it. And I can't tell you how many times I have had something that is wet but not disposable. I'm like, oh, what am I going to do with this nasty wet swimsuit?
Right.
Oh, throw it in a plastic bag.
That's a good call. You just made
we went to the splash pad, and now your clothes are soaking wet. You're going to ride home in your underwear, and I'm putting your wet t-shirt and shorts in this bag.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay, I gotcha. You just reminded me, though, of what I was thinking of earlier.
What is that?
Non-plastic grocery bags, those reusable grocery bags.
Oh,
that
yes,
everybody has
absolutely.
a million of. Just put them in your car.
Yeah, and they just sit in your pantry. No, they have to go in your car.
Yeah, put them in your car. Otherwise, they don't do you any good.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
I have one that says, I'm saving the planet. What are you doing? It's like just a little
I'm still holding out for the Selena HEB bag. I haven't gotten one yet.
I'll bring it back.
I think they do it every year,
Okay.
don't they?
I'm sure they do.
Okay.
So here's the thing. If you are a sport parent or a grown-up who happens to know small children that play sports, here's some things that you are always having in your car. A folding chair.
Amen to that.
Okay, so I put a folding chair in the new car, and then when we went on vacation, we took it out to make room for suitcases. We forgot to put it back in. Guess what? I already needed it, and I didn't have it.
Oh.
The folding chair is important. It's like your Visa. Never leave home without it.
Hoping to be sponsored.
Yeah, right? Oh, man, wouldn't it be nice to be sponsored by a credit card company?
Yes.
Okay, so I also just learned, I think it was Sabrina Carpenter had a deal with Samsung where she wasn't allowed to, like, touch any non-Samsung devices. So, like, if someone said, hey, will you take a selfie with me? And they had an iPhone, she wasn't allowed to hold the phone.
What? I would be okay with that kind of brand deal. Apple, I'm looking at you.
Okay, so my kids play sports that use footballs.
Yes.
The name of the sport is called football.
The name of the sport is called football, I think. Sports ball.
So
go.
We have sports ball. So we have air pump and needles in both cars.
Yes.
Not for in case you have a flat tire, but in case you have a flat
like
ball.
a hand pump? Or like a
not
or
a
electric
hand pump.
one?
No. The one that plugs into your
cigarette
lighter.
Smart. Okay, got it.
Because Tom Brady's ball is not getting in the way of our practice. No deflate gate here.
No.
Okay. And the other thing is electrolyte powder. So like the drink that was invented by a school in Florida and it's named after their mascot.
Yes.
They make single serving pouches that you just put in a water bottle. I'm not keeping a water bottle in my car. Okay. This is Texas. It's going to get hot. The plastic is going to melt into the water. It's disgusting. But when we go to sports practice, we have a water bottle.
Right. So now we can put the powder. Yeah, exactly. And you don't have to worry about those taking up a chunk load of space in your car. Those are just so small. Yeah. Perfect.
The other thing is I have a throwaway poncho in my car.
Oh.
It is easier to negotiate than an umbrella, depending on where you're going. It can go over a backpack or over your purse. And if you happen to have that plastic grocery bag, you can throw the wet poncho in the bag and bring it home and dry it out. If not, you can just throw it away.
Yeah, you just throw it away. Smart. Okay. I like that.
I am very impulsive.
Me too.
And if I am hungry and I don't have something that I want to eat, I'm going to get something that I do. So I keep a shelf-stable snack that I actually like in the car. And I am not talking about some crunchy mom like bar situations like, oh yeah, it's made out of all natural grape nuts or whatever. No. It's only pecan husks. I'm not eating that. So I have in the car a sleeve of almonds because I like those.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Dude, the stock.
A bag of Doritos.
Yes, right. If that's what's going to keep you from spending $7 on chicken nuggets,
right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. I always have a little mad money in my car, just enough for gas or snacks in case like I'm out somewhere and realize, oh my gosh, I left my wallet at home or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's not enough for me to want to spend it when we're out and about.
Right.
Okay?
It's like $15 at most, or
right.
and it's in cash. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, but finally, the thing that I keep in my car and has saved me multiple times, and yet my family continues to make fun of me for it, are office supplies.
Oh yeah, everybody needs stuff like that.
Pen and paper, that's normal, right? Everybody's got pen, or maybe the back of an envelope where you can write a note or something.
Yeah.
But the two things that I have used multiple times, a pair of scissors and Scotch tape.
But
Scotch tape in your car? Yes. Do you know how many times we have driven to the birthday party without the present?
Yes. Or like, you're like, oh, I'll just wrap it. I'll just put it in a bag.
I'll pick it up on the way.
No.
So then I don't have to put it in a bag.
Yeah.
I'm wrapping it with actual paper because I have scissor and I have tape.
I have never thought about that. You're absolutely right.
Dude.
That's brilliant.
It works for me every time.
That is amazing.
So there you go, guys. Scissors and tape. Put it in your car.
I like it.
Everybody needs car scissors.
Car tweezers and car scissors.
There you go.
Perfect. Multi-tool.
Let's take a break.
Okay. For links to resources mentioned in this episode, head on over to ckandgkpodcast.com/blog to find everything you need. And be sure to follow us on social media. Head over to your favorite social media network and find us at CKNGK Podcast. And now, back to the show.
Okay, we're back.
I like how now your dog has stopped barking.
Right? She's the worst. And the thing is, the barking that she's doing is not actual bark. It's like this yip.
Yeah.
Like, please, can I play with you? Please? Please?
Yeah.
Please, can I come outside? It's not like an aggressive bark. She can bark.
Yeah.
She's a German Shepherd. She has that bark that comes down from her toes.
Yeah.
That like wakes you up in the night.
Right.
This is the, but you're outside.
Yeah.
And,
I want to be outside too. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yikes.
Okay. So
obsessions?
I am planning these notes with Abigail. And I said to her, what am I obsessed with this week? And she was like, oh, you could do on behalf of me. I'm obsessed with cucumber salad.
Okay. Like the TikTok viral recipe that that everyone was into?
So there is this viral recipe.
Yes.
That has cream cheese and smoked salmon. And she was like, yeah, I kind of changed it a little bit.
Okay.
Caitlin, she changed it. It is a completely different recipe. The only thing is the same, that it has cucumbers in it.
What else is in it? I want to know what she puts in it.
So she puts rice wine vinegar, soy sauce, sesame oil, red pepper flake, and sesame seeds. It's a completely different recipe. She showed me the video of the guy making it. I was like, that's not what you're making. She's like, no, what I'm making is better. I changed it a little bit.
Does she have anything else in it? Is it just those things with cucumbers?
It's just cucumbers.
Just cucumbers.
And that dressing.
Okay.
Like, what do you didn't change the recipe. You're making a different recipe. It's pizza, but like I don't use crust or sauce or cheese. Instead I just like make a steak.
Right. I just put salami on a plate and I call it charcuterie.
It's like, yes, Abby. And, her obsession with cucumber salad had us trying to find a cucumber at a gas station because she had leftover dressing.
What? Oh, yeah.
In her car salad.
Yeah.
But no other
But not a cucumber. Right. Do you have a knife in your car? Or is she just going to like dip it and bite it?
She was planning to bite it and spit it because it's a single serving cucumber salad. No one else is going to want to eat it. So she's like, yeah, I'll just bite off pieces and put them in the bowl.
No, that's disgusting. Okay.
Just so you know, Bucky does not carry cucumbers any longer.
Shocking.
He used to, though.
Yeah.
There's a very famous story of Abby asking, can we get this cucumber? And John and I saying, no, you are not buying a gas station cucumber. She looks us in the eye and licks it. We're like, yep, you're getting gas station.
I love her. Okay. My other love is Snoopy. You know, I like Snoopy. I don't know if it's like I've just gotten older and I just am like into the Peanuts now, but like for whatever reason.
Have you seen that it's like someone's tag around town?
No.
That like someone is, oh yeah, no. Like
it's not me.
Especially, well, I'm glad, but like especially on Burn It, like there's a lot of Snoopies.
Okay, well, I don't know if like the Peanuts gang is just making a comeback or what, but like it's like a thing where every holiday, Hallmark releases a new like little Snoopy, and I pick them up at the HEB, like, or at CVS or whatever. Like, I just like to have them. Well, I wanted to do a hobby that was not eating snacks. Because sometimes when I'm bored, I get snackish, and it's not because I need to eat. It's because I just need to do something with my hands that isn't doom scroll. So I was like, okay, I need something that I can do that will keep my hands busy so that I actually like shouldn't be eating because it'll get gross, right? So I learned to crochet with that brand that a lot of people are seeing on Instagram ads.
Congrats!
Thank you. And I crocheted a Snoopy.
Oh my gosh!
Isn't he so cute?
Okay, so let me tell you this. I have been crocheting since I was 10 years old. I have never made an animal.
Really?
I have made many, many blankets and scarves, and I've made like little slippers, but I have never made an animal. That looks really hard. Good job.
It was, well, and it's fingernails make it harder. I feel like I need to get like something to protect my finger because sometimes you're forcing the crochet hook through some pretty tight yarn.
Yeah.
But this was like that brand that I'm talking about. They like have video tutorials for how to do everything. They start it for you so you don't have to like know how to do magic loops.
Oh.
And then they show you how to do magic loops. So like this magic loop is mine. Like I did this. I made these magic loops to start out with. If you crochet, you know what I'm talking about. But like It gives you the starter and they give you a little hook. But my crochet hook, it came with a little Snoopy. This crochet hook has the Peanuts characters on it. Like it's so cute. It's so cute. So I of course went and bought another one because impulse control is not my thing. But I bought a Woodstock to go with it. So that's amazing. And then there's also like a little Santa hat you can put it on and like crochet a little jacket. Like it's a little out of control, but it's also just
fun.
It was fun and it's a productive hobby.
The thing I like about crochet, not if you're making a blanket. Oh my god, if you're making a blanket, save your soul. But for the most part, a lot of crochet projects you can like sit down and do it.
Yeah, and it took me a couple of days to do it. And I started it a while ago.
I made an ear.
Right. Oh, exactly.
I got a leg.
Right.
For me, it's like, oh, my scarf is like, and some of the things that you're doing, if you're not counting stitches meticulously, you can kind of do it while you're doing something else.
Yeah.
But with a blanket, it's hours and hours and hours. My mom did a temperature blanket. Have you heard of this?
Yes, where you add in a row for the...
Yes, you record the temperature every day for a year. And each temperature window is represented by a different color.
By a color.
So then you end up with a striped blanket with 365 stripes. And in her case, she put a stripe in between every month. And then she put a border.
Cute idea, but that
it made 2 blankets.
Yeah.
That are full bed size because it was so big. And it took her...
And did she use big yarn too?
And then a year of making it. She used the normal,
standard yarn?
Yeah, and like a size H hook, like pretty like number 2 pencil size.
Yeah, staged. Yeah. Standard.
But yeah. No, I love crochet. I've never attempted something like that. Now I want to try it.
Yeah, it's super cute. Again, it's video tutorials. You get everything in the thing. Like they give you like little stuffing to put in there. Like everything is there. And you could I'm guessing I could probably make a second one with the amount of material that they gave me.
Yeah, or something else.
Yeah, or something else.
Once you have the skill, right?
Yeah, they teach you how to read patterns, stuff like that. So like it was pretty cute, and it was a nice little way to like keep my hands busy in that time between Christmas and New Year where I needed to do something. Right. But I get bored. So yeah.
Right. When I was pregnant with Abby, I made her a blanket. I didn't like how it turned out, so I made her a second one. Mm-hmm. When I was pregnant with Kit, I thought about making him a blanket. and his baby pictures are him with a piece of the blanket because I hadn't finished it.
You hadn't finished it yet. Yep. Mm-hmm. You
No,
also had another kid and you were working.
Yeah, right.
So it's a different thing.
I
but
did finish it. I did finish it. So he does have a full blanket. But he didn't like it very much. So he went and asked my mom to make him a blanket. And so
Kids.
she's like, well, I didn't make you a blanket. I made one for Sam and for Riley, but I didn't make one for you because your mom can crochet.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, but I don't like that one.
Oh. Kids.
Well,
seriously.
He's old enough to tell her this, so she's like, it's not going to hurt my feelings if she makes him one. It's not like she made him a baby blanket and gave it to him before I could finish the one that I was supposed to have made for him. So it was totally fine. It was just really funny. Like, yeah, I don't like that one. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, kids.
Okay, so that's not even the gem. The gem is earlier in the month, we talked about Scarf Share Skip.
Yes.
This game that my family plays when we look at a cookbook or a magazine or we watch a TV show where there's lots of food. We'll pause it and say, okay, 1, 2, 3. And you have to call, scarf, share, or skip.
Okay.
Kiss, marry, or kill. And we say kiss because this is a family-friendly show.
Right.
Okay. Well, we invented a new one.
Okay.
And this one is for the Disney enthusiasts out there, the dorks like us who watch the videos about Disney parks.
Oh, okay.
And we've branched out because John now can, I don't know if he can yet or if he's like training to, but like he's in the Universal program too. So now he's going to be able to do Universal. So we've been watching those videos too.
Okay.
But we've been playing lane, line, or leave. Would you pay for a lightning lane? Would you stand in line? Or would you just skip it all together?
I think that's a good one for you guys to play because when you
Right.
can,
Yeah.
when you get there, you can apply this knowledge to
I
your
love
situation.
That is a good thing for your family to do. I love that journey for you.
Oh, I love that for you. I didn't mean it that
That's
condescending.
not a recommendation for our listeners.
No, I was just thinking, like, you guys, of all people, when you go to the place, you might actually use this.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. It works.
No, he's right now doing a consultation with the family.
Oh, good for him. That's great.
Oh no, he's doing great. Like people are wanting to go, and when they realize, like, no, we're actually not salespeople, and we don't make money off whether or not you book. We just make money on the fact that you do book. Like, we're not going to push you to do more.
Right. Yeah.
And
fine.
we're not here to like charge you anything. And we'll do all the legwork for you. It's actually fun for us to sit there on a Saturday morning and dream up your vacation.
That's cool. It's cool.
Good.
And also, like, he planned everything for us. So, like,
It was
this is
great.
Like,
No.
I don't have to do anything.
When I went to land and DCA with him in Anaheim,
yeah.
we were there. We were in the parks for one day.
Uh-huh.
And I rode every single thing I wanted to, plus a couple rides twice.
That's great. Because he
knew how to work it.
Yeah, he knew how to get it. See, and for us,
Yeah.
it was like, I am someone who gets overwhelmed by all that stuff. So I'm like, you tell me what the best things are, and I will probably do that. And then if I hear of this one thing that I want to do, I'll tell you, and then
I'll
can
tell
make
you.
sure.
And you'll say, yes,
you'll say,
absolutely,
okay, I'll
I can
here's
make that
how
happen for
yeah,
you.
exactly.
Or, no, that was bad marketing, and it's not actually that at all.
Right. Yeah. Well, mine kind of goes back to the Snoopy thing. Of course, after I made this and I worked so hard on it, and it's like, I love Snoopy, so I made him for me. What happened? My
Oh, your
child.
kid wants it.
Oh yeah. I mean, instantly. That's my gem. He was
And
like,
what are
no,
you supposed to say? Like, no child of mine, you can't have this thing that I lovingly handcrafted.
except that I have done that before because I did it with my buddy the elf pillow where he was like, I want that pillow. Can you
But
buy
you didn't
me
make
one?
that pillow.
No, I didn't make it, but I did spend $70 on that pillow. And I was like, no, that's mom's pillow. I spent $70 on a Pottery Barn Buddy the Elf pillow. It's mine. That's mommy's pillow. Mommy spent 70 hours.
Yeah.
It was not 70 hours, but mommy spent all that time making this and has like crochet needle tenderness in her index fingers. So no, you can't have it. Now, if I have extra material, I'll make the other one and I'll give it to
I'll
him.
make
That's
another one.
fine. Or I'll choose the
Um,
one that's better, keep that one for myself, and then he can have you.
Depending on what airport you're flying through, you can take crochet hooks on the plane too.
Yeah, I
I
thought
have
about
crocheted
that.
on many planes.
I have thought about that, where I'm like, okay, what can I do to like keep myself entertained before I try to fall asleep?
No,
You know what I mean? So
no,
yeah, I've thought about it.
I've only had it turned away one time.
Okay.
Every other airport has allowed me to bring it on as long as I like put it out. Right? I don't
Yeah,
try
it's
and
right.
bury
Yeah,
it
it's
in a bag
there.
and like put it right out and be like, this is a crochet hook.
This is a crochet needle.
Sure, it's
Yeah.
fine. I don't know if they say knitting needles are okay.
If they're
Like,
wooden,
any
wouldn't they be?
javelins. Wooden, sure, but how many people are using wooden?
That's what I
knitting
bought.
needles
When
anymore?
I was first learning how to do
Oh.
it. I used wood because I didn't know how to
so
do it.
cool.
Well, they were cheap, and I was like, they were the least expensive ones, and I haven't knit in for.
Now, were they
ever.
actually knitting needles, or did you just buy chopsticks?
No, they're actually knitting needles. They had the little thing
I'm
on the
teasing.
edge to hold the. I didn't even
You're like,
think
no,
to
they
use
were
chopsticks,
real.
but I should have done that. That would have been smarter to use chopsticks. Because I was broke. I bought like crappy yarn and like the cheapest knitting needles I could find. But this was not an expensive kit. If you want to learn to do it, you'll learn exactly how to do it. But
I want to learn how to make something out of crochet.
it was cute. It's super cute.
We have tons of blankets at our house. That's actually the first Christmas John and I were together. I gave him a blanket. And man, it took a long time for me to make.
Yeah, but no, this is like, if you already know how to do it, you just have to read the pattern and be mindful of your stitches. I was like sitting there at one point, like with a pencil in my mouth, tallying.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, I had to.
Now something that you might like, I don't know if they come with the kit, are counters that you can hook into a stitch, and it like has a number on it. And so you can say, okay, this one's number 20, and it hangs there, and then you don't have to recount all the way from the beginning. You can start there.
Well, I do use a stitch. I have a stitch count, like a holder thing that will like for where my first stitches of a round. But I want one that if it'll count for me, that's pretty killer. Okay,
it's really nice.
That's pretty cool.
Okay. Well, speaking of that, other things that are really nice, is that grocery curbside service.
Right.
And I just got a text saying that mine is ready.
Okay.
So y'all, lane, line, or leave. Make good choices.
And put the right stuff in your car.
Oh, that's what this episode was about. I
forgot.
It was.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Hey friends, thanks for listening to the CK and GK podcast. Find us at CK and GK podcast on Instagram and Twitter, and rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Good Pods, or anywhere else that you pod. See you next time.